What up, y'all? It's the Jokerz Gallery back for another episode of 5 Piece right here on the Fago Lovers Network. Today, going to be ranking the top 5 Violent J songs of all time. Want to introduce the panel before I get into it. At the top right there, host of Speak It Cloud podcast and UFCD on Studio 17, Mike Sears.
What's good, y'all? Gokerz Gallery. Bend the boy shit, you already know.
Right.
And down there at the bottom, we got the Larry King of the Underground, Luke the Goon.
What's good? Back again.
Yeah.
Then we got special guests joining us tonight to count down the top 5 Violent J songs of all time. It'll be Evil checking in with us from the Bender Boys.
What up, everyone? Cheers.
Definitely check out his channel, his late night streams. I'm usually usually in the comment sections of that. I'm an insomniac who doesn't sleep until the sun goes down, or until the sun comes up. So I'm usually checking out his live stream late night. I appreciate those live streams that are late at night because I get bored as fuck at like 2 a.m. and everybody's asleep and I got shit to do.
Same here. That's why it's called Last Call, man. Everyone else is done streaming for the night. I'm up for you, you know, sometimes.
Hell yeah.
You know, and evilmemes.net, shameless plug.
Hell yeah.
For all your Big Will needs, too. Or not needs.
You're doing some work for Project Born as well, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm working for them right now doing
shit.
T-shirts. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 joints going for him, so I've been working like crazy on him. But so far, he likes the stuff, so far, so good.
He got like Big Will as every Joker's card of the first stack. It's lit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shout out to Blake for that idea.
And for you bitches out there, he got the leggings, Slice Master leggings. So.
Oh yeah.
The Slice Master is definitely the one that stood out.
Yeah. Well, I put up the Carnival of Calm Down.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's my favorite. It's just classic. It's got Will's face on the fucking Joker instead, you know. I think instead of ICP, it says pizza on the chain. So I see pizza. That's what it says. All right.
Speaking of classic, I don't think you can really get more classic in this whole entire genre. There's some Violent J masterpieces. So we'll go ahead and get into the top 5 Violent J songs of all time. In our opinion, we're not saying these are the best. These are our favorites. We're not saying this is a definitive list that these are the best 5, and anybody that says otherwise is wrong. These are our favorites.
You are wrong. You are wrong.
And if you disagree with Luke, comment in the comment section and tell him. I'll start it off at my 5 spot with an old school classic track from, oddly enough, Carnival Carnage, Guts on the Ceiling.
My monkin' head blew up. My chin's in the old man's backyard. I gotta sneak through his yard to find a further mucker. And he's got a pit bull dog, and it's sitting on my chin like a frog on a log. I throw a bone and try to distract, cause I'm wanting my chin back. I'll never be one to boast, but there's my tongue hanging off the light post. Cause my head exploded, and my brain's unloaded. All over this beautiful city, teeth and bones to the nitty gritty. There's my eyeball stuck to the wall, right next to my splattered jaw. I don't dig this game, chasing my brains all through the sewer drains. My head's all over the block, cause I done went lunatic tick-tock. Come on, dog, what's wrong with my head? It blew apart, but I still ain't dead. I get no respect, I got nothing but guts hanging off my neck, but I'm still chillin', even with my blood and guts all over the ceiling. Guts all over the ceiling. I'm chillin'.
That's a song that's always been fresh to me, but once they did the Jam Exam and Violent J pretty much explained it, that this story was based on a true story, I was like, man, that's crazy. That the thing that he's seen guts on the ceiling from his dad's friend and penned this fucking classic horrorcore fucking song.
Yeah, those Jam Exams are so cool because they like revitalize so many songs. Where you're
That's
like,
the best
oh,
shit they do.
Go back and listen to it. Yeah, oh hell yeah, by far.
Yeah, man, I heard the guy, like, he shot himself, and it fucking just splattered everywhere, and there was, like, still some of it up on the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's heavy.
and the the fact that story never came out for 30 years is crazy. Like, Violent J never mentioned that in any book or anything like that or interview, and just all of a sudden a jam exam. Like you said, it's really cool because they think about songs they don't think about a lot and start talking about them.
I still love in that song "Guts on the Ceiling." It's like, "Hey man, Lacey said he's seen your large intestines." You know.
And we talked about it a few episodes ago with Echo Side Fiend, just how dope that whole Carnival of Carnage just vibe is. It was I don't give a fuck about anything. There was nothing PC about that album at all.
No way. Especially with Black in Your Eyes on there.
I know.
Yeah, even the record label that took in the Great Malenko after Hollywood kicked him off said, "Fuck no, you're not putting Black in Your Eyes on that fucking re-release." We got your 5 spot, Mike.
My number 5 is staying in Carnival of Carnage, bro. 1992, Night of the Axe.
Showed up at your high school prom with an axe in my motherfucking palm, and I jumped on the front stage swinging. Necks and backs went flinging, and the toe I went psychopath chick, chopping throats with a hatchet, cause they tried to get me. So I took a head with me, ran down the hall butt naked. If you got a life, I'ma take it, cause I got it going on, and I broke to the female John. Motherfuckers think I'm sick. You ever seen a bitch take a shit? Fuck that, let a dookie ass speak, cause female shitting is news to me. Climb to the fire escape. How many lives can one motherfucker take? 1 like 2 like 3 like 4. Throw me a Mac 10, I'm about to take more. 50 lives coming out 80. Fuck this, I'm finna fuck this lady. Tie the bitch up to the light post. Slap her in the face cause I'm psycho.
Hacking motherfuckers daily, you know what I'm saying? Like hiding in your house if you to come home type shit. Like
Lisa's in the bathroom. I'll get the bitch out.
Get the bitch out. Classic.
Yeah.
Even if it just starts off grimy. Sit up at your high school prom and ask them motherfucking palm. Like, classic, bro.
And the cop, like, oh, don't look in the trunk. Let's see what you got. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Don't let him get away.
So fucking good, dog. Like, it had to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Necks and backs went flinging, and a toe.
And it's so.
That's the other song Alan pulled off of the re-release, if I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, hey.
without that and Black in Your Eyes, it ain't Carnival Carnage, bro.
It really does leave a little bit of a hole in the record without those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Carnival Carnage Light. Like the light beer version of Carnival Carnage without or the non-alcoholic version even. It's so changed.
Sugar free version.
Straight up.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
For real.
And unfortunately, I had that 98 pressing for a few years.
Oh, that's what I grew up on, man.
I had a dub copy from my boy Steve of the Detroit version, OG. It's Carnival Carnage. But Night of the Axe, my number 5.
Great choice.
Yeah, my number 5. We have you might notice we have a trend here of some songs that we all mention every once in a while for different reasons. And
murder.
This is one of those. It's 12.
12 people will die tonight. Inside his bed, place my fingers on his head. To each temple, push and smother till my fingers touch each other.
Oh man,
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think it was on our top 10 storytelling song or top 5 storytelling songs, and we've talked about it before.
Should have been videos. I think we mentioned it, or it might have been on somebody's list.
Yeah, it might have been
I
that.
wrote that down too, man. I forgot about that. Yeah,
Great
song.
Such a wicked song. Such a good storytelling song.
Yep.
It's just classic.
It's got until dawn to fucking hack them all up, man. You know.
And there's still a debate over whether or not he got all of them or not. Like whether we talked about this theory before, but was he the 12th person? Is he saying he's going to come back and kill the next person? If that's the case, Jay, I would love to hear a sequel to the song.
Yeah, for real.
I know you're watching. This is Fago Lovers, bro. You did this. You did the interview with. I know you're watching, bro. Let's hear the sequel.
Old school Bender Boy streams with Violent Joe just rapping along to with us and shit.
Yep.
Oh man, I love 12. It dominates, man.
Yeah, dude.
Classic.
I think that lure around if he killed 12 or if he's coming back to kill the 12th or whatever, I think that like adds almost an extra cool point to the fucking song because it keeps us talking about it.
Yeah.
It's like one of those movies that end well and has like a killer ending, and you know until the sequel comes out, you're talking about it. So I think it pretty much solidifies, and the song's just great to start with either way. But then you add in the controversy and people still talking about it. It makes for a pretty memorable song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Watch, they're gonna put 13 on the Yum Yums record.
Oh yeah.
Said he'll be back for all of y'all. All right. Well, shit. At 5, I'm gonna go Tempest and throw the Tower in there.
As the sniper zeroed in on his targets with unerring accuracy. Those who were felled with bullets from the high-caliber rifle were pulled to safety as soon as possible by officials and passers-by. Others crouched in terror.
I'm dizzy walking out of every zombie wears boots with some black leather shoes and desert BDUs. Many boxes of ammo. I got the camo face paint. I barricaded the tower door. Safe. This place ain't up to the top. I can see the whole planet. It would seem the sun is beating on my head as I'm living my horror dream. Up chucked a couple times and I finally took aim. My man is chatting on his cell phone. I spattered his brain. A lovely couple started running. All of a sudden she tripped. He kept right the fuck without her like he never missed a step. I snapped one to his head. He fell dead to his knees. And then his wife was right there to retrieve the car keys. I mean, he noticed at first, although some do start to scatter. Plug an iron in they back who they are. It doesn't matter. There's a psychopath way up in a tower somewhere. And when they think they out of range, poofs they hair. It was hot that day. So fucking high.
No, the Tower, man. It's based off some true shit, you know, and the Berkeley campus shootings, and the way he raps on that whole song is just fucking. It's epic, man. Good storytelling, you know. Fucking classic, you know. One of the better songs off of that record, you know. I don't think Shaggy's on it at all.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the video.
Oh, he is as one of like the ATF guys. Real quick at the end.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, he's wearing a bulletproof vest, and you can see his paint through the fucking.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah! I didn't ever notice that. I guess.
Yeah, I watched.
That's another song that the Patreon made really cool because whenever they were doing the descent into evil and they were talking about the actual shooting that went down at the Texas college, Violent J knew everything about it. Fucking Jump Steady had his laptop and a sheet of paper, and Violent J was still telling him facts about this dude that Jump Steady didn't know or didn't have on his sheet. So you could tell Violent J like really studied that dude and then made a fucking song, which is fucking dope.
Yeah, for real. Yep. And the way he describes like picking people off, you know, in that song, it's pretty wicked. I dig it for sure. So I put that at 5 because it's. You know, it's on the Tempest, and it's kind of like in the middle, in between. I was going to throw something from Carnival of Carnage on there because we all were just doing that, but those deserve a higher spot, in my opinion. So,
Oh, yeah. One of the few songs I like of the album.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haunted Bumps.
That's banging.
Yeah.
I do this all the time. I love that song.
See, I like Growing Again.
If you're trying to hide a dead body, clown love.
Yeah.
Clown love.
Trying to smuggle China White.
Clown love. I love that song. I like Play My Song too. That's got a pretty like dope verse from Jay and Shaggy in it.
It's kind of dark too.
I was just happy to hear some good shit after the Calm came out because that had me like, what the fuck, kind of, you know. I wasn't feeling calm.
God, yeah.
And Eye of the Storm has a couple good tracks on it, but the Calm just wasn't my shit, you know. And a lot of the ninjas were dropping off at that time too, you know.
Oh yes.
After the 6, they were just like, I'm good, you know. But you know, I know some ninjas that dig the Calm full on, you know, the whole record, the whole EP. I mean, it was cool that they did their own beats on that one, you know. That's about it for me though.
I'll go ahead and move it up to my 4th spot now. A classic ICP song and just Violent J song in general. I stab people.
I stab people, like 4 or 5 people every day. I try to see it straight to stop that shit, but it ain't no fucking way. I stabbed this nurse and his fucking cat. I stabbed them all like that. I stabbed people I know. I stabbed Alex, my manager. He was like, what the fuck? I stabbed him in the gut. I order food just to stab the guy when he gets there. I don't care. I stab anybody anywhere. I stabbed the mailman. He was pissed. He tried to mace me. I'm too quick with the stabbing. Come on, chase me. I stabbed Twisted. Timmy Mad drops. I stabbed him. Misery stabbed me. Oh, God damn him. I stab old people, old ladies, little kids. I don't give a fuck. I stabbed the fat guy in the butt. What? I met Pete Rose and stabbed him twice in his nipples. I'm Violent J and I stab people.
Fuck yeah.
It's so good. It's even got a sequel that I thought about putting up there as well.
Man.
It's one of those songs that could have been on. It should have been a video because I'd like to see like an animated version of Violent J stabbing all the people he lists in the song. That would be dope.
Dude, the Another Love Song video is definitely classic as fuck, but like I Stab People, that would have been the shit. Malenko had like fucking 7 or 8 or like 5 or 6 videos. Like, what's up with Jekyll Brothers only getting 1, you know?
And that one being Another Love Song. We talked about that on the music videos, on the episodes. Like, any other track on that album would have been a better video than Another Love Song.
Everybody Rise, dude. Fuck the world. I mean, they would have to censor the whole thing, but, you know.
Literally any other song. Maybe Shaggy Show would have even been dope because you could add Snoop on it.
Yeah, it'd be like a game show or like a talk show set, you know, Shag sitting behind the desk and shit. That would have been dope.
Yeah.
We could have just got ODB and done Bitches full on, you know?
Yeah, that'd have been super dope. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man. Echo Side, like some original Dark Lotus shit, you know? When it was just the 4 of them. Man.
That's probably still my favorite Dark Lotus song is that one, but I got
the whole shit, dude. You know?
I got the CD single from it because whenever you went to Hallowicket, you got like a little flyer that said to show up at a certain time or whatever and get the single for free. So I'll probably hold it a little dear to my heart or whatever than I should. But it's probably is still my favorite song by Dark Lotus.
Yeah, man, it's hard to beat. And like that, like so I knew about ICP. I saw this documentary on TV and I was like, these guys look dope. But whatever. Some time passes and then my buddy has the Jekyll Brothers record. And the first song he showed me was that, and then Fuck the World. And I was just like fucking all about it, dude. You know, went out and bought Jekyll Brothers, and from there, everything else. I think I got Carnival after that.
So fresh, they tried to make Fuck the World a single. Like they put it out, edited.
I want to
knowing that nobody's going to play that ever.
Yeah.
But they've just wasted like 50 G's on pressing up fucking singles to ship out to all the radio stations. Man. That's pretty much like them just wasting money on videos at that point too, because ain't nobody gonna play them but the box.
Right.
Which is probably why we only seen one video from Jekyll, because they spent so much money on those Malenko videos and none of them got any play on MTV.
Yeah, and they spent a lot of money on those features. I know with Snoop they spent a grip of cash.
I think it was 40 for Snoop and 30 for ODB, if I remember correctly.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
And them saying that Ice-T, who was the most like established dude that was there, only charged them 10, which was cool. I think that Ice-T song is fucking dope. The one that came out on Psychopathics from Outer Space. Yeah, Dead End. That song's dope.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's a trip. Like they had more rock features on Malenko, and then they went hip hop on Jekyll Brothers with their features.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was more of a label call going rock. Especially if you listen to like that Malenko Patreon where Julian Raymond's talking about it, you can tell he's like a rock dude.
Yeah.
So it was probably him that got all those hookups. And then once they went platinum, Violent J and Shaggy's like, we're getting rappers on this fucking shit. We ain't getting no rock on here.
Right. Right. Yeah, they started fucking with 3-6 Mafia around that time too.
Yep.
I always give 3-6 Mafia so much props for putting ICP and Twisted on their actual album.
Yeah, dude.
Not being 3-6 on ICP's album. Like Tech Nine's never put Twisted or ICP on an album.
Really?
And like you got 3-6 Mafia, who's one of the top 10 groups in hip hop history, who's fucking rolling with ICP and Twisted on their fucking album. So shout out to them for that.
the other day because that's the one I always remember checking out back when I was in like middle school or whatever. I bought that thing and I was like, damn, they did put that shit on there. You know, Just Another Crazy Click.
Yep.
It's like, because I always just knew it from Forgotten Freshness 3. You know.
Yeah. ODB actually put them out on his album too. That Dirty and Stinking song. It's not a great song, but it's on an actual ODB fucking album, which is dope. That ICP's on a fucking Wu-Tang affiliated actual album.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that
we got your 4 spot, Mike.
Number 4 for me, go to 1996. My favorite Satchel EP, Tunnel of Love, Prom Queen.
Won't you be my prom queen? In the morning, won't you be my prom queen? Everybody has a real good time. Won't you be my prom queen? It's time for my senior prom. Won't you be my prom queen? Everybody has a real good time. In the morning, I must get up and go to school. I'm taking too long getting dressed, trying to look my best. Because today is not your ordinary every morning. My high school prom is coming up. I hate my daddy's warning. I'm gonna find myself a girl to take to the prom. I shouldn't have too much trouble because I'm very nice. My mother says I'm very handsome when I wear my good vest. And mother knows best. I got to school, I straggle through the hallways. I stop and gaze at all the girls just like always. But this time I must now approach them, or my daddy might get mad and break my wrist again.
That's another song that's been mentioned multiple times on this show as well. Another classic.
Yeah. It is.
It's like the male Carrie, the male version of Carrie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
that's just fire, man.
Yeah.
Great song.
And it's so dope because like most juggalos, they don't go to the prom and shit like that. Like pretty much like the story is in the fucking song. The only way you're getting the fucking like hottest chick in school to go to the prom with you is fucking murder and take her with you.
Hey.
Like so juggalos fucking immediately like fucking latched onto that shit.
Drew Valente says not as he does. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say we gotta put a disclaimer on that shit.
Real.
I had $1 left. What a finger punch. You know, like,
Right.
classic, bro. It's so good. So
yeah,
good.
that's a great song. I love that whole EP, man.
Oh yeah, Tunnel of Love, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I still think that's the best music video concept we came up with when we were trying to come up with concepts. Have Violent JJ playing the role of the person.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, it would.
Then it ends with that's how my daddy did my mother.
And it's Violent J with Sugar Slam.
Straight up.
Oh, God.
We can kill Sugar Slam. Just chilling and marinating in a fucking rocking chair and shit, all old.
God. That definitely was our best idea.
At this point, I think Violent J might sign off on that.
Yeah, for real.
Jeez.
That's fun.
Like seriously, I would love to see them do music videos for older songs. Like
we were supposed to do that a while back. Remember? They were gonna do one for Dead Body Man. I remember. Maybe something else. I know something else for sure. I'm just drawing a blank.
I remember them saying they were going to do that with old songs coming out. They were going to do videos for it. And then the only one that came out was like that fucking Beautiful song where they covered Christina Aguilera. Like that video came out. Well, and then other than that, nothing came out.
So here's the thing with that. For me, it's usually a little weird to see an artist like do a new video for a 20-year-old song. Like Twisted's been doing that like crazy over the past few years. You know, they did like a Secondhand Smoke video. Yep. Blaze did a fucking Real G Shit video. Which I thought was
they did a Ham Shabam video too.
Wow, like, well, there's a trip though. Seeing Blaze in the fucking stocking and shit. I thought he did that okay, but he's just like chilling in a parking lot. And it's like a minute long anyway, so he's just being Blaze. But
we were talking about that too on the music video show. We were like, why did you pick Secondhand Smoke where it's just you all chilled in a parking lot smoking instead of murder, where you're fucking murdering people?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of questions.
Yeah, that was an odd choice. Almost as odd as another love song.
Yeah. I think maybe because they used the Beck sample, they thought it might get some chart success. I don't know. I don't know.
I think that was a record label pick, honestly.
Probably.
Another love song. They probably said this is the one we're going with, and this is the one we'll pay $200,000 for a video for.
Yeah, but they can't even say the chorus. Like, it can't say "cut your neck in half" and all that shit. So
Mad Professor would have been the single because they don't cuss in it.
that is true.
So
and that was a single that they released. Just I got the fucking one of the promos for Jekyll Brothers 8x10 over here, and it says check out the fucking new Mad Professor single coming out soon.
I listen to that shit on repeat, bro. Like nonstop. I love that song.
Yep, he's building Shaggy the whole time.
Yeah.
What up, y'all?
Yeah, what up, y'all?
Dope.
Classic.
We got at your 4 spot, Luke.
Number 4, it's kind of another repeating song that I mentioned quite a bit. Going back to Beverly Hills, 17 Dead.
I got shot with a buckshot, shot me down, but you know you can't paint a frown on a clown. Sewer gutter bladder runs through my system. Just stop by, but I must have just missed them. Man, it's Southwest Street Gang. Do I bang? Do I slang? Do I let my motherfucking nuts hang? But do you care? I got stabbed in the eye and you wasn't nowhere. And what about the time I got fucked when I got shot in the throat? Fucking sucked, but your news wasn't on that. You could give a fuck less, never thought less, unless something happened in your suburb. I'ma cut your daddy's neck, you little fucking nerd. I don't give a fuck where you're from, boy, so don't tell me, cause I don't give a fuck. It's all about what's going on in your head. Do it, don't you care about the 17?
Shaggy's on it, kind of. He does like the little like thing in the background talking about dead bodies tasting good with mustard and shit. But
it's kind of straight with a little mustard.
Yeah. This is like I don't know, this is like the wicked like clowns like ghetto style like done to perfection, bro. Like and this is like one of their like more like social commentary type songs, you know what I mean? Where they're kind of speaking on issues of the ghetto and shit. So I love that song.
I love Esham's with a cameo on that bitch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, wait, get your head on
straight.
Fire.
Tears from my eyes every fucking day.
Okay.
That used to be my favorite sideshow right there. Was Beverly Hills.
Sideshow.
It's EP. I don't know.
Yeah, banging.
About them killing 90210 kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dylan.
So good. Dylan.
I think it's dope. I think it's dope how the original pressing has like Dylan on it, and the other one has Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like they switched them up. Yeah, that's how you can tell if it's an original. I think it's Dylan that's the original. I think it's Dylan and it's the original, and Brandon's the re-release, if I remember correctly. But it's different.
There's like 3 different CDs.
I've never seen the re-release before. That's just funny.
Yeah, it's cool. They put like thought in, like it's just little shit like that, man. It makes the fucking actual physical release fucking cool. It's one of the cool things about actually collecting physical.
I agree. I still do it, man. I still buy all the shit and fucking, I like to have physical media booklet to flip through and all that shit. So, hell yeah. Well, shit. Number 4 for me is off of the Terror Wheel, and it's the song "Out."
Up so early cause I knew this day would come. My daddy's passed out with an empty bottle of rum. Although she's been gone long, I do not miss my mother. And he's a sorry fuck, so there's nothing in the cupboard. My little brother's starving, hungry and sick, cause ain't nobody coming by the house giving free shit. So we getting kinda skinny and my brother's almost dead. Got no other choice but for milk and bread. Stepped out the house for the first time in 2 years, cause my neighborhood, it ain't really good. Lay up in my bedroom, night after night I hear screams, zombies shooting and looting. But now here I am and I'm walking down Jefferson with a bag of money bags. I don't understand how the world can be full of so many evildoers. I can hear them underneath me in the sewers. Keep seeing shit out the corners of my eyes, steady looking over my back. I didn't realize where I was going. I didn't wanna bother anybody. Accidentally stepped on a dead body.
Hey motherfucker, watch where the fuck you're going. I'm at the dead. I'll kick your ass.
Now I apologize eyes, but he still had to talk shit. So I stepped over his face and kept walking. And here's the part of my story that gets really scary. Had to walk alone down military.
That's probably belongs higher on my list. It's just hard to pick. But it's an amazing storytelling song. It's like about some of the struggles that he obviously faced growing up, being broke and hungry and shit. You know, even though he's in the role of like the big brother, you know what I mean? Going out to get some food for his little brother, which is like reversed. But it's just a great song, man. It's funny as fuck too, you know? That's my favorite Sideshow EP by far, Terror Wheel. And yeah, I must have listened to that thing. It's just so many times, like the CD just wouldn't work anymore, you know? So I actually just got that shit on vinyl, the picture disc.
Oh shit! Hell yeah, I gotta pick that up.
You should, man. It's only like $20 right now, so.
The picture on there is super dope too. It's the one with like I think it's the one with like the tickets and shit. That's super fucking dope.
It is, man.
That whole era, I'm a mark for anything. Yeah, like the posters up there, the mice got.
Yeah.
It's like that era.
Right over there, yep.
Yep.
It's the shit. Yeah, it looks like 94. And they think Project Born on there too, I noticed. So like they were homies for a while, man. Like when they did that song Graveyard, they were fucking really young, you know, all of them.
Oh my god, one of the greatest fucking songs ever made.
Yeah, it's a great track, man. You know,
Violent J and Jump Steady still brings that song up whenever they ask them what's their favorite songs they've ever done. Violent J and Jump Steady, I've both heard mention that song in recent times, so it stuck out to them too.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know who's performing at the Gathering this year, if it's just psychopathic artists or not.
No, they've got other people that have submitted. They're gonna have more people.
That's what I heard. I heard that it was like they're just not taking any more submissions. So, but it would be dope to see Project Born do a set there. I don't know. We'll see. They performed there before, so still going at it. And they just dropped a book, biography, which is out. Yep, I gotta check that out.
I'll move it up to my 3 spot now. We kind of talked about the song a little bit already. Mad Professor off Jekyll Brothers.
Motherfucker! You on my couch! You motherfucker! I need your motherfucking brain! You can't have my couch! The fuck you thinking? Now come here, you big fat motherfucker! Get on the table! I was never popular, this I'll admit. Fuck school. School never liked me. Cool. All the kids would always beat me till I'm half dead, make fun of the size of my forehead. But that shit never bothered me. Mama and mother, they owned a lot of property. They had a science lab in the basement, and that's where my free time, well, my time was spent. I made a mouse with a chicken head. It clucked 3 times, cluck, cluck, cluck. Then I was dead. I made a lot of things though, like a frog with a turkey neck. It was the shit. But I'm still lonely, I need a homie. So I collected limbs and made me a zombie. I could have made a girly friend, but fuck that, I got my girly right here. Yeah. Under the direction of you can call me Mad Professor.
Love that song, storytelling at its finest, and like we said, it's got that zinger at the end where you've been listening, and all of a sudden it's actually Shaggy that he's building to be his homie, and it's like, man, that just makes it. The song was already fresh, and then he ties it up at the end. He puts the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he ain't gonna attach this nutsack, so calm down. Man.
Classic.
Hold up, I ain't changing his drawers, man. Fuck that. So
and like whenever he says paint his ugly face almost like mine, like I didn't even whenever I heard it that first time, it never triggered the thought that, hey, he's building Shaggy. I thought he was just building some homie. And then at the end it's, what up, y'all? Like, oh, Shags!
I'm alive. So classic.
That'd have been such a dope video.
Yeah, it really would.
Like Jay said some random shit, but it was still fly. Like, screw his head on, come on, it's the Thuggish, Rugged Bone.
Yeah.
And me being a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan, I was like, yeah, I just like shit like that.
Straight up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that song's the shit.
Absolutely. We number what, 3?
Yep.
My number 3, like Evil just brought up, 94, Terror Will.
Nice.
Amy's in the attic, bro.
Oh shit.
I think you should come up here.
Scary fucking horrorcore classic, my nigga.
Yeah, that was one of my picks too, man. So I might have to switch it up just to get some more, variety in here. But yeah, dude, that's a fucking amazing song.
Yeah, I couldn't leave it off there. I could not leave that off there, man. It was in the attic.
That fucking beat, too. That fucking beat, it's all creepy and fucking eerie. Fucking, it's got the samples from that one movie in it.
Kaiser, come up here.
Yeah. Come up here.
Motherfucking Mikey Clock in his like zenith.
Yeah, like that whole Ringmaster era and Terror Wheel, like those beats were just, they had a fucking feel to them, like nothing else they've done before.
Like he don't get his credit. Like a master at sampling.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Jay with the storytelling. Shaggy with the ratchet rude shit. Like, oh man.
Right.
Great time frame.
Yeah, Amy's in the Attic was my number one storytelling song. So
yeah, it's so good. What she like dies on the playground and he's like, oh shit, hides her upstairs,
And that's the first time when the Joker's card and Sideshow came out the same year as well, 94. So
Yep.
They were just turning out shit back then, man. They were on fire.
Yeah.
Anything they laid down was fucking perfect.
That's because that's when they started hitting, man. They started like in their local area getting like a following,
Yeah, they could afford to actually, spend the time, and their job all of a sudden was be fucking rappers, and they had money to fucking build tracks and shit.
Yeah.
You could tell that with Ringmaster a lot. They actually had some money to be able to make it actually be what they want it to be instead of just kind of rapping over whatever they were given.
Yeah, like Beverly Kills, it seems like they still have that kind of like, we're struggling, but we're going to make it kind of vibe to it,
Yeah.
The production is there, but it's not at the same time, like sound-wise, but,
Yeah. If there's anything that needs to be remastered, it's the Sideshow pieces. All three of them are very low in the mix.
Yeah.
They're very low.
You could tell on this show, anytime I play clips from some of those Sideshow EPs, the volume sounds like it's like 40 notches lower than a fucking song that's on Jekyll Brothers. It'll blow your speakers out compared to like the ones that are a Sideshow.
The Terror Wheel vinyl I got says it's remastered. I don't know. I don't have like great speakers with the little fucking turntable I have, but I actually haven't even listened to it yet. But hopefully it's a little better. We'll see. Remastered on 180 gram vinyl and all that shit. So
I gotta get that.
Yeah, you should, man. You should copy it.
Because Steel City gave me the Tunnel of Love vinyl, so I gotta get Terror Wheel for sure.
Is it an X-rated version or?
Nah, I wish.
Right. Dude, when I was a kid, I thought that was actually Shaggy's dick, too.
So did I.
I know, so did I. I did, too.
It's like, damn, dog, what the fuck?
It's like the Ric Flair picture we always talk about.
Yeah.
It's like the Ric Flair pictures with Miss Elizabeth we always talked about that fooled us back in the day.
Yeah,
we didn't know what Photoshop was back in fucking 96.
Fuck no, dude. I was like in middle school and shit. I was like, damn, dude, I bet Jay was like ashamed and didn't want to show his or something.
I was thinking about it a little too much.
I know, for real. Nothing better to do after school to go home and look at our ICP record.
I always think about that stuck-up soccer mom bitch on Shockumentary. Like, it belongs in a pornographic store.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Classic
That
shit.
focus group.
It was always funny to me when she mixed up the two, or she thought Ringmaster was satanic, and
Yeah.
Carnival of Carnage was like,
Gang related.
yeah, gang related. She had them all flipped. Forks
then they
up, forks down. What do you think that is, dude?
They start playing the fucking loons in the background and like kind of you know clowning on her a bit, and you know shows the Malenko and the spiral behind it.
Yeah,
I love that documentary, dude.
It's so good.
Man.
Yeah, we're gonna do an episode about that at some point.
Hell yeah,
For sure.
so classic, man.
All right, my number 3 is one that we talked about already, actually. Night of the Axe.
Though you can't trust, should've known when I jacked up bus. 14 passengers riding it, one naked psycho driving it, and we going dripping, and there'll be no slipping, cause I'm thinking the worst. Shit like women and children die first, make you shiver. When I drove that bitch in a river, everybody dies, only me survives. Innocent fucks is what I want, so I'm headed for the restaurant.
Oh shit, Paco, I'm fucking full, man. Fucking burritos, man. Fuck me up, man. Oh shit, duck, man, fuck. Come on, motherfucker!
One of my all-time favorite ICP songs. I've mentioned this before. It has to be like their most brutal song. Like it has to be their highest body count. Has to be. Like 50 Lives going on 80, and that's like the very first verse. That's like the first verse. So there's a whole bus. Kills a whole bus full of people.
I think Bang Pow Boom kills more. It's thousands.
Oh, okay.
Don't look in the trunk.
Yeah. It's all over. Maybe the whole world. I guess I don't know, but yeah, it's I think on our top verses, I mentioned Jay's first verse. It always makes me laugh when he talks about slapping that bitch around and then giving her his number and then throwing her out a window.
Throw out the window.
Just classic.
Psycho.
It's the throw her out the window part that's so funny about it, because the rest of it's so brutal and shit. But just the added extra insult to injury of throwing her out the window.
Well, he beats her up, then he gives her his number, then he throws her out the window. That's the funny part.
He's interested. Well, the part where he's like, he climbs up a telephone pole and he's like, came back down. I don't know why. Yeah. He doesn't even try and rhyme it. Like, that is pretty loony, like straight up insanity.
Yeah, it's so good.
Family, Jesus, they don't make them like they used to. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah.
Well, you got your 3 spot, Evil.
It's kind of hard to pick which one, but I will go ahead and say the Loons. Did I already say that? Yeah, the Loons. Neck cut up. Off the Ringmaster.
Little Miss Muffet, oh, she never had a clue of what the psychopathic wicked clown was finna do. Creeping through the backyards underneath the moon. Only 3 blocks away, they joke a Looney Tune. Listen to the loon, listen to the pain. Listen to the one they call the Violent J Insane. Watch me as I duck and I dash through the night. I can see the shadows of the moon in my butcher knife. Butcher knife. The world has created this monster. See me living with a dead body in a dumpster. Laughing in your castle, but I can't crush your moat. But then I take a boat and cut your fucking throat.
It's a fucking another song where it's got one of those beats that's fucking creepy as hell, and like you could totally get the vibe that like this bitch is being stalked, more so than the stalker, because the stalker is just funny as fuck to me. That whole song, it's just it's like a really funny way of putting like stalking a bitch, like drinking Faygo in her front yard and jacking off and shit like that. Like, why don't you try these? Like if we ain't got no nuts. Anyway,
Shaggy encouraging them and shit. It's fucking
Right. Yeah, go on and get that ass, man.
Yeah.
But the Loons is the shit. I actually just copped one of those T-shirts from the 30th anniversary drops. It's probably the dopest one they did out of the comic book series.
Yeah. That one or the Southwest Strangler one for sure.
I got that one too. Yeah. I had to. But I just love the song, man. The beat is classic as fuck. I think they did a remix with Awesome Dre in it for one of the Mikey Clark gimmicks.
Yeah, they did.
I think it was off of, I don't know if it's the first or second one. But anyway, that one was pretty good too. It was like a Mike Clark remix. Instead of like violent J, it's like awesome Dre, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, just another classic off Ringmaster, and I got a lot of old school shit on here. But that's my number 3.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Classic shit.
Yep. Fucking
Move it up to my 2 spot with another song that's pretty much became a resident here on the 5-piece show. It seems like we talk about it every episode. Mental Warp off Tunnel of Love XXX. Just the storytelling, Jay's just flexing. Just the storytelling, he paints a vivid picture of it. It's an evil fucking story. I always love just how well he tells it, but also just how abstract the story is. I'm staring at the ceiling. The roof has a face. It's telling me I don't belong with the human race. He's asking me to join him in eternal sleep. I give him my soul, my body I can keep. Just Jay just on just that era of Violent J, man. He just couldn't go wrong writing any story. I was saying the Riddle Box album is just a complete album of him flexing his storytelling abilities, and he had it on Mental Warp as well.
That would have fit perfectly on Riddle Box, man.
Yep.
You know,
they said it was too similar to all the other songs, is why they left it off.
Yeah, but the end of that record is so dark.
Yep. It would have fit in perfect right there.
Only the Killing Fields.
Yeah, 12. Man, then I'm coming home at the end, you know.
Yep.
Still one of my favorites of all time.
I've said before, I like this song so much. I had a tape. I bought a tape just so I could hear that fucking song. I heard that it was on, Tunnel of Love XXX, and that was the only place you could get it up until Forgotten Freshness came out. So up until Forgotten Freshness 1 and 2 came out, I had a tape, and I had to rewind it every time because I wasn't listening to the rest of Tunnel of Love on tape. I had it on CD. I was just listening to Mental Warp, rewind it, listen to Mental Warp, rewind. It was that lovely back in like 1998 technology we had going.
And did they put that on Mutilation Mix? Because they put a version of the Ned game on there that's actually got different lyrics on there, which is interesting because I just listened to this the other day. And I want to say they put Mental Warp on there.
They might have.
There's 2 songs on it that are like full songs.
They might have put them on there. It could be kind of like new tracks or whatever, unheard tracks, instead of it all just being shit that was like remixed or just mixed together. It wasn't even remixed. It was just like a party mix.
Yeah, what's dope about that though is like all those ninjas calling in before the songs start.
Yeah.
Like Isham, he's like, I want to hear some Psychopathic.
I always loved all that shit they did back then, like the '98 Psychopathic sampler where they break into a radio station and take over and start, and then they play like Psychopathic shit in between it and shit. It's fucking so super dope. And of course, Fat or Whack, probably my all-time favorite one, the game show. Yeah. How does it feel? It probably feels whack.
The Bizarre sampler is the shit too.
Yep. Then they brought it back with Bang Pow Boom. I remember putting that in at the gathering. They gave it to you with the bag whenever you gave your ticket at the 2009 gathering. You got a sampler, and I remember putting that in the car stereo and hearing it. It's like, would you let a man stick a dick in your ear? It's like, what the fuck is this? Right. It's like, that's what you're doing whenever you listen to mainstream radio. Why don't you listen to this wicked shit? I was like, oh man, they got the old school samplers back. And then Bang Pow Boom, it lived up to the hype for me.
I like that record. I Found a Body, man. That song could go on like some Riddle Box era shit.
Yep, straight up.
Classic.
That could have been on that last 4 Riddle Box, like we were talking about Mental Warp.
Yeah, no doubt.
We got your 2 spot, Mike.
Number 2 for me, we go to 1997, The Great Milenko, Under the Moon.
Many years, many more to go. Does she still remember? God, he only knows. I've now become a savage. They take me to a wall. I still can see her body. I still can hear her call. I'm nothing but a maggot. I'm locked away and lost. The world that doesn't want me, my dignity is tossed. And to the girl for who I feel is doom. Look here, fuck you and the moon.
Fuck you and the moon.
There you go for that guy that talked about it in the one comment that one time.
Yep.
There you go, motherfucker. Number 2, Violent J song.
No, you do all this shit.
Gamers of Anarchy. That
There you
pick was
go.
for you.
There
There you go,
gamer.
Gamers of Anarchy.
Like, you know, you do everything for a bitch, she fucks you over, you're stuck here in jail for nothing.
Yeah, and he's just staring at the fucking moon like, you know, someday I'll get out and see you. You're probably getting married. You're probably getting fucked, you know?
So good.
How he progressively gets more and more angry throughout the song. It's fucking dope as he's in prison longer and longer. He's getting angrier as the song goes
Oh,
on.
yeah, and at the end he's just like, fuck you and the moon, you know?
Yep, straight up.
You and the moon.
Great beat on that song too, man. That's wonderful production by Mike Clark.
Elite storytelling from Jay. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
Beyond classic, brother.
He was still pretty angry back then too.
Oh, yeah.
So
And we talked about songs that got pulled off Carnival Carnage. This song got pulled off Great Milenko when it was the Hollywood release. It was one of the songs they wouldn't allow to come out,
really,
which is odd as fuck. Like, why did that song get pulled?
Someone tried to rape this chick, so I killed him. Like, that's terrible. Oh no, you know.
Piggy Pie, stamp of approval. Under the moon.
Yeah. No, never mind these other songs where they're just, you know, killing ninjas for fun.
This one where the dude's a hero in jail. Nope, can't have that one on there.
Yeah.
No good.
Probably regretting it by the end of the song and shit, but they're like, nah, next. So backwards.
Right?
Man.
All right. My number 2 is off of Tunnel of Love. Ninja.
Ninjas are a branch of the Japanese samurai, a very old organization. Its origins are hundreds of years old. Much of its history has been lost. Not many ninjas exist today, yet they all have indomitable fighting skills and superb ninjutsu. No matter what weapons you use, a ninja will never die.
Damn, I wish I could be a Shogun samurai, so I could swing a sword and make necks fly. I go to school and ninja crawl through the halls, and then I jump out and stab bitches in the balls. Cause I remember these kids from the playground. Everybody'd hang around, we were all down. But then we grew up and everybody turned away, and now they dissing me, yelling fuck Nerdy J. I said you think of how it changed as I got older. As I think I draw a ninja on my folder. What I would do if I only had a ninja sword. I'll see blood start flinging on the chalkboard. I tell the whole class, nobody move a jiggle. First one to do, I'll make your fucking neck wiggle. Everyone would start jocking, the news would take my picture. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. 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 Damn, it feel good to see people up on it. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja. Damn, I wish I could be a ninja.
It's just my favorite. I fucking
so
love
fire.
that fucking song. Like especially the last verse. I mean, all the verses are dope, but the last verse where he's talking about his boss. My favorite part's at the end where he's like, thought about taking my ninja steel and cutting up his body and frying him on the grill, but he's too fucking whack, and I could kill this bitch, and I don't even need to be a ninja. I was like, I almost put that on my top verses, but I was like, I knew this is gonna be here. I didn't want to like do like too many repeats.
Shogun Samurai.
And the beat on this is so dope because it's got like the little like Oriental like
It's so chill. I like the part where he talks about drawing a ninja on his folder because like that was me growing up in high school and middle school, and like I listened to that shit when I was in middle school too.
The end of every verse is really cool because at the end of that verse he's like, everybody would start jocking. The news would take my picture. Damn,
I wish I could be a ninja.
So dope.
Hell yeah.
Plus, in the '90s, ninjas were like everywhere. Ninjas and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris videos.
G.I. Joes had ninjas. Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow.
Yo, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was the lick, my nigga. I love Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Yo, Snake Eyes, man. I remember looking for that figure for like 2 years when I was little.
Yeah.
And ninjas was so popular, like the Snake Eyes was like finding like a Chase AEW figure now, like where they get like hunted, they get hunted down and bought as soon as they get put out on the shelf. You couldn't find fucking Snake Eyes anywhere. So much to the point they started selling them via mail. You had to send in like proofs of purchase back in the day. You bought like 5 G.I. Joes, send in the proof of purchase, and you get fucking Snake Eyes finally.
Those are my last G.I. Joes. I always got Shipwreck and Spirit, all them whack niggas, you know what I'm saying? I wanted Snake Eyes and Stone Shadow, bro.
Shipwreck with a fucking pirate and shit.
Yeah.
I got a fucking a Destro figure where he could take his fucking helmet off one time. I was like,
the head was shiny, pause. You know what I'm saying? No homo.
Yeah.
And then Ninja Turtles, obviously Ninja Turtles.
Oh, dog, I love that. All that shit, bro.
Classic. Ghostbusters toys were the shit too.
Fire.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Straight up. All right. This one's hard, man. Like, what's crazy is I haven't fucking thrown anything on there from the solo record.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's like pretty much someone else on every song. But fuck it. I'm gonna go Never Had It Made from Carnival of Carnage.
First I was born young and healthy. I told my mother one day I'd be wealthy. Can't forget my first day at school. Got stabbed in the head with a pencil, but it's cool. Get my education, a job and a family, a good reputation. And what about grade 2? Got shot in the neck and the bullet went straight through. But I'm packing a textbook. Don't fuck with me, cause I'm going to grade 3. Thank God it's lunch in a minute. Bit into my hot dog with a razor blade in it, and it cut my tongue off. But I know how to multiply, so what's up, boss? Finally had to step out. I dropped out of school when they ripped my neck out. Who knows where the road led? Seen a man with a briefcase, but no head. So I'm like, fuck that. Show me a quarter and an ounce of crack, and I'm straighter than a fucking light post. I sold a lot of crack, but I bought the most.
That was going to be my number one, but I mean, it's a story. It's a fucking. The song changes in a couple different ways, like from the beat to like the feel of it. First I was born young and healthy, and then at the end he's just a wicked clown, and he's out for blood, and no one understands him. They electrocute him. It's a great song, man.
That beat is crazy too.
Yeah, the beat is one of my favorite Mikey Clark beats. I think that steals the show on Carnival of Carnage. Personally, that song right there. It's my favorite song off Carnival of Carnage. So for me, that's it. I always used to read the lyrics and stuff and just trip out. I remember watching him. They did that song at one of the concerts, the Patreon concerts recently. And I know the homie Zero was tripping. He's like, Jay, come on, remember the lyrics, damn it. I'm like, well, it has been a minute since he's fucking had a show. But, yeah, dude, great song. That's my number 2.
Oh, yeah, brother. Can't go wrong with that.
Some Carnival of Carnage.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Violent J from that era. Period.
Yeah.
Not just that song, just anything from that era, man. He was in his bag for.
Right. Man.
I move it up to my one spot. We've talked about it's another song we've talked about damn near every episode. So if you like hearing us talk about this song, you can go back and watch some of the previous of the should have been videos, storytelling, things like that. It's gonna be the song 12 off Friddle Box.
My number one too. Fuck it, let's tag team it, my nigga.
Now my anger's growing worse. Next one's working as a nurse. Have to make a doctor's call. Drag my body down the hall. Grab a scalpel and a blade. Time to play the nurse's aid. Operate and strap her down. Carve her face into a clown. Killed another, then 3 more. Now we're down to only 4. This man drives a taxi cab. Another wicked life to grab. Screaming that he thought I died. Let's go for a taxi ride. In a wreck of twisted steel, the steering wheel becomes his meal. This man watches his TV, scanning channels endlessly. Stops at station 44. It's the Wicked Clown Show.
That might be my favorite ICP song. Period. It probably switches up.
A lot of Bender Boys, man, that's their favorite shit. Like, for real. Throw that shit on. Yeah, dude. I love that song.
And we've talked about it before. The concept, how some dude that doesn't even watch horror movies come up with a concept of being convicted and sent to death row and killed by lethal injection or electric chair or something like that, and then you come back and kill the fucking 12 jurors that put you there. You're like, where did dude come up with that shit?
Yeah, in Never Had It Made too, they did the same shit, kind of like, they thought that they had killed me. They took me to the morgue, He
Yo.
comes back with a vengeance. Fuck
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with 12, dude.
Definitely had to have 12 on the list. Like I said, at times it's probably my favorite ICP song, so it's got to be on the list.
Hell yeah.
What you got at the one? Oh, you already got it. You got the same one, number one.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Sears, number 1, 12.
Well, brother.
Down to the Larry King of the Underground now. What you got at number one?
Yeah.
My number 1, if people know me, they already know. Evil already mentioned it. Off Ringmaster, The Loons.
I can hear the crickets and the creatures of the night. You can hear me drag my foot and scrape my butcher knife. I can hear the owl as it chirps a wicked tune. You can hear the loons, the loons, the loons. Listen to the little pitter patter of my feet as I howl like a dog and I'm running down the street. Hiding in the trees, hiding in the bushes. You're sitting on your couch and I'm underneath your cushions. Stab you in the back of the head, why not? Your little governor is taking everything I've got. I can't feed a family, I can't feed a dog, so I cut your fucking head off. Hey, wiki wiki jokers, and you know we show and prove. Jumping over rooftops, struggle like a move. Tell me, have you ever seen a ghetto freak show?
Hello?
I'm the neck cutter and I'm 2 blocks away. I'm the neck cutter and I'm 2 blocks away. I'm the neck cutter and I'm 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Absolutely my favorite ICP song, period.
Fuck yeah.
I just love that fucking song. Calling the girl, calling the woman, 4 blocks away.
Hello?
I'm the neck cutter and I'm 4 blocks away.
Hell yeah.
Your neck.
Yeah.
Your neck.
So fucking good. And then I always love the line. I've talked about this before on here, like the zinger in it is, he talks about the Grim Reaper stays on me because I'm always leaving dead bodies. And then at the end of the song, it's actually him. The Grim Reaper's there for him because he gets shot and killed at the end of the song.
Fuck,
Yo.
I thought about it like that.
So
He was classic with those fucking zingers at the end. We had like almost a whole show where Luke's entire list had zingers at the end, just like that. Violent J is great at that, man.
Yeah, it makes you think. That's the cool thing about a lot of ICP shit. People don't even know. It's like you re-listen to it and then you get like other ideas about the song in your head.
Yep. Everybody's interpretation. Whenever I was doing 20 and 17, it was so cool going back to like Angel Fire pages and finding like 1998 and 1999, like people's like what they thought the interpretation of the Joker cards were and what the 6 was going to be and what it meant and all that. Like that shit was cool to go through. It was so crazy.
And people did think that they were just going to kill themselves. Like I remember that. Like big time. They thought they were gonna either like kill some motherfuckers and kill themselves, or they were just gonna do a suicide pact or some weird shit. I never personally thought that.
No.
I thought it was just too stupid. Like if you listen to their other shit, like they talk about like anything but doing that, pretty much. I don't know. I was gonna put Suicide Hotline on this list. That's a fucking badass song, but it's got a little too much Shaggy in there, you know. So I didn't.
Why
yeah.
not?
That's what I was thinking with "Fuck the World" as well. Like Shaggy's kind of on there a little bit too much for me to call it just a Violent J song.
Right. Well, shit, fucking. I'll give you my number one, and it starts with Shaggy. He's just kind of, you know, talking some shit, but it's Nothing's Left.
Ain't nothing left here for me. So I'm out this bitch. Fuck stay here. I'm buzzing the fuck out of out. We out this motherfucker right now.
There's no story that ain't been told. There's no gimmick that ain't been sold. There's no ocean that never been swam. There's no jobber that ain't been slammed. There's no road that ain't been traveled. There's no doctor that ain't been baffled. Ain't no thug that never cried. Ain't no preacher that never lied. There's no rumor that ain't been passed. Ain't no question that no one's asked. There's no tree that won't get chopped. There's no bomb that won't get dropped. Ain't no path that no one's laid. Ain't no beast that ain't been afraid. There's no feat that no one can. There's no saga that never began. Ain't no snow that didn't melt. There's no punch that ain't been felt. There's no skill that no one's learned. There's no planet that he ain't turned. There's no view that never dissolved. There's no problem that ain't been solved. There's no tale that no one's told. There's no beauty that won't get old. There's no garden the sun ain't beamed on. There's no shoulder that ain't been leaned on. There's no color that ain't been seen. Purple, yellow, forest green. There's no desert that ain't seen rain. Nobody here that ain't felt pain. There's no bigot that ain't been clowned. There's no treasure that I ain't found. Ain't no cave they never explored. Ain't no mother that ain't been ignored. There's no leader that ain't been led. There's no blood that ain't been shed. There's no dish they never made. Ain't no brick they never laid. Everything left's been done before. Nothing's new, nowhere to explore. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray that you let me out. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray that you let me out. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray that you let me out. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray, I just pray. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray that you let me out. On the day when the wagons come, I just pray that you
Yeah, fuck yeah.
One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
It's not him rapping at all. It's just him saying, "I'm out this bitch," you know, like
Yeah.
So good.
I had to put that over. I was gonna say it was gonna be the original Wizard of the Hood, just the original version, but there's nothing that beats that song to me in terms of like a closing song on a Joker's card. I mean, "Pass Me By" is really, really close, but that's a song I wish they would do more often live. And every fucking single time I've listened to it, I've always gotten like the chills or felt something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We used to put our fucking stereo on, my buddy and I, back in the day, you know, middle school. You know, we'd have slumber parties and shit, and we'd put Nothing's Left on before we go to fucking sleep, you know, because it was all peaceful and shit, just experience, you know. So I have a lot of good memories listening to that song back in the day, and that is my number one, and it probably will stay my number one Violent J song. I didn't expect to hear anything off The Shining on your guys' list, but I was wondering.
I mean, I got kind of close to putting "I Get Mad" on there.
That's a good song.
I got close, but I was like, it's too much. Like, I wanted to put it on there just because it was Jay's solo album, you know. But I'm like,
yeah,
I can't in good faith say this is like top 5 Jay song. You know what I mean?
Like, Jealousy does. You know, that song's okay. It's not a bad song, but like, I I don't see that song. I mean, that album is having a whole lot of depth to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Almost seems like a bunch of songs kind of thrown together. You know what I mean? That's just my interpretation of it. But
Yeah.
I wanted to put a song from the Wizard of the Hood EP on there, but I couldn't pick a song because you got to it's the whole album. You would have to put the whole album on there or it doesn't work.
I was gonna put Homies to Smoke With on there, but I'm like, damn. But there's also this song and this song. Even Shiny Diamonds, I was thinking about putting on there. Oh, you know what? Fuck, I left it off. Simple and Blunt from that sampler.
Sampler.
Right there.
Yeah, I love that song.
The way he raps on it, and
Get
just
you the album and copy you the disc.
yeah, get you the disc. Yeah, and leave the jewel case and shit or whatever he says. Like, yeah, half the juggalos so broke they'd be stealing our shit.
Yeah. So fucking good.
That's a great song, but I just felt like, you know, mainly getting Joker's cards and sideshows in there. My wild card was the Tower, really. So
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Guess we're kind of already into our honorable mentions, so I'll say something that I kind of thought of. How Many Times off of Great Malenko. That's a great Violent J song. I thought it was a weird choice for a video because you just got Shaggy sitting there doing nothing the whole time, but it's a dope ass Violent J song. It's another one to where it builds. He's getting madder and madder, more angry as the song goes on. I like those songs when Violent J does that.
Like he's pushing Shaggy at some parts, you know. It's fucking. I think it's dope that he's just kind of chilling there in the video. Plus, there's like, you know, a bunch of wrestlers, you know.
Oh yeah.
Greg Valentine and the Bushwhackers and fucking
Honky Tonk.
Yeah.
I always noticed like the Easter egg in it that the amount of bottles sitting beside Shaggy would change. Like he was drinking throughout each set. There's like bottles sitting beside him. Like, and they constantly change positions and the amount of them throughout the video.
Right. That's a dope video. I just like that whole era when they had dreads and shit. Like,
Yeah.
dude, you know what was cool is when they did the Psychopathic, the videos DVD, when they threw that old school chicken hunting video on there.
Yeah, the one that they play for a minute on Strangled Maiden. They're like, turn that fucking shit off. It fucking sucks.
Like, they hate so much. I can see why they hate it. There's like random guys on Harley Davidson sitting there and oh, I'm gonna do a coin trick. Here's some sleight of hand, you know, like.
Yep.
But it's cool for me to see them like in their old school paint in their
That
fucking,
old school. Yep.
yeah. So you know, chicken hunting though, like that shouldn't have been a single from Ringmaster, in my opinion. Like, it's a dope song. It definitely is a dope song, but yeah, a video for say something like the Loons or My Funhouse. My Funhouse is my shit. I love that song. Something like that would have been cool, you know.
Yeah.
Murder Go Round. That'd have been a dope ass fucking video.
Yeah, man. All they got to do is just get them in a carnival setting. That's what they did with Nobody's Fault. They're like, here, Jay, just be at a carnival setting, you know, on some rides and be a sad clown, you know.
Tilt-A-Whirl too. Put them at like that carnival graveyard. That was dope as shit looking.
Yeah, that was cool. I still remember the promo video for that they'd show on MTV for Bizarre Bazaar. And
Yep.
they'd have fucking Shaggy Two Dope saying, "Wicked clowns will never die."
I love that one where it's just them talking shit about MTV that they played on the MTV.
That used to come on every now and then. I remember that. I remember seeing that, you know.
To any juggalos that are watching, we just want to say, to anybody else, we know you hate Insane Clown Posse, but we love you.
The blood
The fucking squeegee and stuff, dude.
Like fucking Fat Madrox is doing like the fucking Running Man dance and shit on there.
Shit.
That's classic fucking shit, man.
Yeah. What,
Classic.
99 or 2000 era, maybe.
Yeah, 99 or 2000, I would say. Yeah, Shaggy's hair looks like Bizarre era. Shaggy hair.
Big Money Hustlers era.
Yep. Yeah, they actually use a picture of Sugar Wolf in the fucking picture. Sugar Bear.
Right.
He's the one that gives like the thumbs up.
Number 2, for everybody else, we know you hate Insane Clown Posse, but we love you.
Another fun trip down memory lane on 5 Piece. I want to remind you every Thursday on the Fago Lovers Network, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can check out a brand new episode of 5 Ps. If you think we snubbed any songs or just flat out forgot about them like we tend to do, drop them in the comments. We'll give you a shout out on the next episode if we think you made a valid point. Until then, we out.
Peace.
Bye.